Josie, I'm coming home. Sorry, but I was held up at work.
Not at all. Thank you for working so hard, Aiden. I can't complain. I haven't made dinner yet. I'm feeling really drained.
Not at all. You need to relax. Your belly's getting big now, so it must be tough. Is it easier if I just buy something on the way back? Is there anything you want? I'll go grab it.
I want a burger. Maybe it's not the healthiest thing for our baby, but it is what I'm craving right now.
You're normally careful. I'm sure it's fine just this once.
I guess. But are you sure? My favorite burger place isn't on your way back, Aiden.
If you don't mind waiting, I'll go get it. I want you to live as stress-free as possible, because you're going through a lot to give birth to our baby. I want you to eat what you want.
Oh, Aiden, you're so sweet. I'm so glad I married you. Thank you for always thinking of me.
Don't mention it. It's the least I can do. I won't be the one giving birth. I can be your punching bag, at least.
Punching bag? Don't worry, I'm not going to hit you.
But Josie, it's going to be tough for you. So I want to help you in any way I can.
Thank you. I'll do my best to make sure the birth goes well and we get a healthy baby. But there is one thing that bothers me.
Yeah? What is it?
You buy too much baby stuff. After finding out she's a girl, you've been buying way too many clothes and toys. Our house is going to be full of just the baby stuff.
Well, you know, since I found out she's a girl, I see cute clothes and want to get them for her.
But babies grow up so fast, and people will probably give us stuff. So, no more buying baby stuff for now, Aiden.
But...
Promise me!
I promise. Then I'll get the burgers and head home.
Drive carefully. I'm sorry about today, Aiden. You must have been so worried. I apologize about you having to drop work to come and see me.
Don't worry. Anybody would be worried if their pregnant wife was taken by an ambulance to the hospital. So you're feeling all right now?
Yep, fine now. My belly was feeling pretty bloated. Maybe I moved about too much.
Yeah, maybe. You're due in 1 month, so don't overdo it.
Got it. They said I'll be allowed home tomorrow. Once I'm out, I'll keep still at home.
Yeah, about that, Josie. Work needs me to go away on business for a while. Can you stay with your parents until the baby's born?
Oh, I see. It can't be helped if it's your work. But you'll be able to come back for the birth, right?
I'm going to do everything I can to be back.
So maybe you can't?
It really depends if they still need me.
Okay. I'll go get some things tomorrow and head over to my parents' place. I'll let you know if something happens.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
My water broke! Hurry!
Huh? Sorry, can't. You'll have to do it alone.
What? What are you playing at? I thought you just came back from your business trip. You can't get out of work for this?
This isn't a work problem. I just don't feel like going either way.
I don't get it. What happened, Aiden? You suddenly got so cold towards me recently.
Your parents and sister are with you, right? Then you'll be just fine without me.
Why are you being so dismissive?
My phone's blowing up with calls from both your parents. Looks like they're pretty mad.
Of course. You're leaving your wife to deal with giving birth alone? You don't feel like it. What does that mean? They're really disappointed in you.
Oh, Kaylee just texted me that I'm a jerk. Am I a jerk?
Yeah, you're a real jerk. I'm about to give birth now. Whose child do you think I'm giving birth to?
It doesn't matter what you say to me. I'm not going. I don't think there's any need for me there.
Hey, what are you talking about? Aiden? You have to come. Seriously, Aiden, what's your problem? It's been 3 days since she was born. We haven't even decided on a name yet. We need to get her birth certificate sorted.
I was thinking of getting in touch with you. I thought you've had enough time to calm down.
Are you serious? Do you even realize what you're doing?
Yeah, I do. Your parents and sister keep sending me angry messages, saying I'm a jerk, heartless, questioning if I'm ready to be a father. They've done nothing but complain to me.
What are you laughing about? No one trusts you anymore, Aiden. Of course they wouldn't. After you were so cold to your wife when she was giving birth. You haven't even visited us once since she was born.
Of course I wouldn't.
What? She's your child, Aiden. You're a father now. You need to take responsibility. You were looking forward to this so much.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it all right. Back when I thought she was my child.
Huh?
She's not my daughter, is she?
What are you talking about?
You're the one who knows best, Josie. I'm so stupid. I didn't notice your affair for so long.
I'm not having an affair.
I'm the one who should be asking you what you're talking about, Josie. The doctor told me something.
What did he say?
That time you got taken away in the ambulance. The doctor quietly warned me. He said he didn't want to directly tell you, but that I shouldn't put pressure on your belly suddenly. I didn't get it at first, but after thinking about it, I realized the horrifying truth.
What's that about? He didn't tell me a thing.
It means the doctor thought I did it. You can't blame him, because I was there ASAP after you got there.
You've got a disgusting imagination. You're trying to say I was having an affair while pregnant?
I couldn't think of any other possibility. We haven't done it since you got pregnant. You always told me that you weren't in the mood and that you were worried about the baby.
The doctor clearly made a mistake. You don't have any proof, but you decided all of this on your own? Don't you just want to escape from your responsibility as a father?
This is a matter that affects the baby's life. Of course, I did my research.
Research?
I had a suspicion, so I asked the doctor when the baby would have been conceived. You know, just an idea of when you got pregnant. The date he said matched the time I was away on a business trip. Although there might have been some room for error.
If there's room for error, that doesn't mean anything. You still don't have any proof.
That's not the only thing I found out. I kept track of what you were doing until you had the baby. You were regularly in contact with a particular man, even meeting him. You went to his house often, didn't you?
So you were spying on me? That's why you told me to go stay with my parents? Disgusting.
You're the one who's disgusting. What the hell were you doing, visiting another man while you were pregnant?
No, he said we should celebrate the birth beforehand. We've been friends a long time. Our relationship is platonic.
But I didn't even know about him? You would have introduced him if he was such a good friend.
I didn't want you to worry.
No, you've been seeing him for a long time, haven't you? From around your college days, right? A failed actor, isn't he? So that's why you felt the need to marry me.
You even went snooping about on Marvin?
Of course I did. I've got plenty of circumstantial evidence. I've even got photos of you going into his apartment. About the only thing missing is a paternity test.
Aiden, she's your daughter. You have to believe me.
Well, I don't believe it. I'll decide what to do after the paternity test. I found a place that can give me a result before the deadline for the birth certificate. Tomorrow, I'll collect a DNA sample from the baby.
No, I won't let you see her. What are you trying to do to your newborn child? Don't you feel a shred of responsibility toward your own daughter?
It can't be helped. This is a big deal for me and the baby. We'll soon find out from the result whether I do have any responsibility for the baby. If I'm the father, I'll raise her. Of course, we'll get a sample in a way that doesn't harm her.
No way. I won't let you in the hospital, Aiden. I'll list you as the father on the birth certificate form, and then I'll submit the papers.
Don't do that. Not that you can.
And why not? I don't think you understand. If I write it in, they'll accept it, and it's set in stone.
I'm saying that nobody will cooperate with you. You won't even be able to submit the papers.
What are you talking about? I've got the upper hand here. Everyone's on my side. My parents or Kaylee can go submit them for me.
I've already spoken to them, and I've explained everything.
What?
Your parents were so ashamed that they were crying. They apologized on your behalf and said that I don't need to see the baby. Kaylee said that she'll get the DNA sample for me. It's true. When you were staying at your parents' and you asked to be taken to Marvin's, I heard that Kaylee took you multiple times to his place. Your sister was appalled that she played a part in your affair.
This is all a misunderstanding. You're the father, Aiden, and I swear it. You wouldn't abandon your own child, would you?
Then you shouldn't have a problem with the paternity test.
But...
Anyway, your parents should be on their way to you. You'd better start thinking about your future. I can't decide what to do about the baby until the result is in. But I don't love you anymore, Josie.
Aiden, I'm so sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
For what? Cheating on me while you were pregnant? That the baby wasn't mine? Or because you married me to use as a walking ATM from the start?
For all of that. But I did actually love you, Aiden. You let me do whatever I wanted. You were so sweet, and I was so proud to have you as my husband.
But your heart really belonged to Marvin, the failed actor, right?
That's not true. I was planning to leave Marvin, but it all went on for longer than I wanted, and then I got pregnant. I was going to raise her as your child.
But you were going to keep seeing that guy, weren't you? You were just going to keep cheating on me while you used me to keep being a stay-at-home mom.
That's not how it was at all.
No, it happened this way because you had no intention of leaving him. Hurry up with the divorce papers. You realize that there's no one on your side anymore, right?
Look, I've got my hands full with the baby, but my parents won't raise a finger to help.
You should be grateful that they're letting you stay with them. What would you have done if they disowned you?
But newborns are hard work. My parents are constantly chewing me out about the divorce and the affair. I'm at my wit's end.
This is your own fault. Time to put on your big girl shoes. If you want help, why don't you go to Marvin?
His apartment is tiny. We can't raise a baby there. He doesn't earn that much. He can't afford to take care of me and the baby.
But he's the only one you can rely on now. He's the father, anyway. Although, when my lawyer told him that we'd be suing for emotional damages, he did say he was going to leave you.
Huh?
Oh, he didn't tell you. Then can you pretend I didn't say anything?
Wait a second. Did he really say that?
Sounds like he got his big break. He finally got a big acting role. So he doesn't have time for marriage, he said. Well, not that it concerns me. This is a matter for the two of you.
Why? He told me that we'd get married if he got famous. So he told me to wait until then.
Like I said, go discuss it with him. It won't be much longer until we're complete strangers.
Aiden, what should I do?
I don't know, you need to think about it by yourself. Just make sure you take good care of your daughter. She's innocent in all of this. You need to take responsibility and care for her.
I can't do it alone. I only had her because I thought we could raise her together, Aiden. Look, I know you're not the biological father, but I think you'd be a better father for her than Marvin. So, can't you be her father until she grows up?
Easy for you to say. How long are you going to keep trying to use me?
But you were looking forward to having her so much. You might not be related to her in blood, but I'm sure you'll be a great father, Aiden.
I'm really impressed by your persistence in pushing this on to me. Oh, that's right. You don't have any empathy. It's how you were able to cheat on me.
But you were so kind to me when you didn't know about the affair. You really loved me, didn't you? Can't we go back to that time?
You must be really tired. What utter nonsense you're spouting. I'm getting a divorce and suing for emotional damages. Then you and I will become complete strangers.
Aiden, please don't leave me. I'll never betray you again, and I'll be the best mother for the baby.
Of course you'll be the best mother for your baby. That's a given. Just do it with the other guy. You're talking to the wrong person.
I'm not sure I'll be able to do this without you.
You're a mother now. Mothers don't just abandon their children, do they?
Being a single mother will be tough. Aiden, please.
Then you should marry the other man. He's the real father. You lectured to me a lot about parental responsibility. So you'll take responsibility for your daughter, won't you? After that, I got divorced from Josie. Then I sued her and her affair partner for emotional damages. He was planning to leave Josie because he got his big role. But Josie told everyone he was a deadbeat father all over social media. He wasn't the most famous actor, but the few fans he did have blew this up on the web. He lost his big gig as a result of this. The affair partner was forced to take over his family business and pay child support. I hear that Josie is raising the baby at her parents', but her parents are always on her about the affair. Sounds like she's having a pretty difficult time, completely unlike her former cushy life. She works part-time to pay her parents back for the lawsuit money they gave her. I'm sure the baby will be fine, since her grandparents have got their heads screwed on right. The baby turned out not to be mine, no surprises there. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't looking forward to having her at one point. I suppose it doesn't matter what I think, when I'm not her father or anything. But she bears no guilt in all of this, so I hope she has a good life. I'm not completely over all that happened. But I'd like to get back to living life normally one day.
Hey, Sasha. How have you been? It's been a while, hasn't it? Did you miss me? Hey now. Come on. It's your old love, Hugo. You don't need to ignore my messages like that. I'm not going to annoy you, I can promise you that much. And look, your beloved ex-husband is going out of his way just to get back in contact with you. You should feel honored.
Not you. Beloved, huh? I don't think so. What do you even want after all this time?
Oh, there we go. You finally looked at your messages.
I kept getting your annoying notifications over and over, so I had to tell you to stop. Especially after that ridiculous comment suggesting that I still had feelings for you. Damn it. I went through the trouble of changing my number so this wouldn't happen, too. Who told you about this number, huh? God, I'd love to have a word with them.
Hey now, no need to be so cranky. I get it. You haven't talked to me in a while and you were sad that we couldn't exchange numbers. I totally get it.
Why would I ever want to speak to you again, huh? If anything, I don't want to spend a second more talking with you. You're just a nuisance who only turned my life for the worse without offering any benefits to being around you. I don't even know what you're thinking whenever I talk to you. What's your end goal for doing this anyways? I only responded to you purely to correct all of the dumb assumptions you were making about me having feelings for you. That is all.
Yeah, I don't need any of those lies. I understand what you're really feeling, deep down. Well, on to a much more interesting topic. When do you want me to move in over to where you're at?
Huh? You want to move houses? I have no clue what you're even talking about, Hugo.
Oh, come on now. You don't need to keep playing dumb. Just drop the act. You're getting a new house built soon. I know everything.
Huh? Why would you know that?
Well, I just so happened to pass by your street one day and noticed that your house was getting some touch-ups. It was an old house after all. Someone seems to be getting a renovation. And by the looks of things, that's not a house just for one person. I mean, look at the size of that.
What are you implying, huh? And why do you even know about this whole situation? Were you stalking me or something?
Now, let's put that aside for now. I'm just glad that you're still thinking about me after all of this time. I mean, you chose a house that the both of us could live in. Talk about being generous.
You're delusional, Hugo. I'm so glad I'm not engaged to you anymore.
Oh, come on now. Don't be like that. But I will say, you should have told me sooner if this was the case all along. Or was this your cute little way of trying to surprise me, Anyways, I'm going to have to deal with all of my documents saying I moved region now, so I won't be able to move in right away. See, we could have avoided this if you had told me sooner.
Again, I have no idea what you're trying to imply. I have no plans whatsoever to get back together with you, let alone live under the same roof.
Look, what I'm trying to say is this. I don't need this kind of bitterness about you lying about your true feelings like this, okay? I'll just adjust moving in to when the house is all renovated and completed, so don't worry about organizing the things on my end. I'll come by every now and then to check up on the progress, though. I don't want to miss the big day when it all gets done.
There's one thing I need to make very clear with you. You better get this through your thick skull.
Yeah? What's that? Are you going to tell me how much you love me? Are you finally admitting that you wanted me all this time and you couldn't wait to start living with me again?
No. You wish. I've already gotten married.
What do you mean? Oh, right. You were married to me at one point.
Hugo, stop being so immature and listen to what I'm saying. I've gone and married someone that isn't you, so I have absolutely no intention at all to get remarried to you.
You're married to some mystery man now, are you? Yeah. Cut the crap. I can see right through your lies.
So even when I say it directly, you really won't believe me?
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get back at me for leaving you alone for so long. I feel for you. I really do. But I'll make it up to you by spending my time with you going forward.
I seriously hate talking to you. You're this close to getting blocked.
Look, I saw with my own two eyes that you were building a house that was big enough to fit an entire family. Of course that was going to be for us to live in. Your parents aren't with you anymore, unfortunately. Which would only mean that I'm the one and only person left in your life that you would be willing to spend your life with. Not to mention, you've gone the extra mile and considered bringing in my parents into the mix from the looks of that house. Aren't you an absolute angel? But there you go. I couldn't see this going any other way than us getting married again. I know it. You want to get back with me. That's why you're trying to go through the trouble of getting a house that big. Look, I'm right on the mark, right? Of course I am.
I don't even know where to begin with how baffled I am after hearing all of that. Anyways, I keep telling you this, and you need to listen. I do not want to get back with you. You understand? The whole situation with getting a big house has nothing to do with you or your parents. So just lay off it and stop contacting me.
Alright. I get it. It's been 5 years at this point, so of course me coming out of the blue to talk to you would come to you as a surprise. I'll leave it up to you then. Contact me when you've calmed down and organized all your thoughts, okay? Hey, Sasha! Been a while, hasn't it? Hope you didn't miss me too much. It's your beloved man, Hugo. I hope you've reorganized all of your thoughts now. I must say, I'm very impressed with how the house is going. When I walked by the other day, I noticed that there was a car parked. That must be yours. Which must mean you've already comfortably moved in at this point. Anyways, I'll head over there now. Just as a little surprise greeting, you know. Can't wait to move in with you and live together like the old days. I'll bring my parents too, of course.
Hold on a second. Don't tell me you're actually planning on moving in with both your parents.
Oh, Sasha, my beloved. So you finally decided to text me back. What a relief. Why didn't you respond to my messages yesterday? I mean, there's acting hard to get, then there's just straight up ignoring me. I'm your one and only husband. You have to respect me more. How about responding to the messages of the man you're married to? Come on now.
There's so much for me to correct you on about all of this. But for your information, I didn't respond because I couldn't yesterday. I was out all day and my phone's battery was completely done. I plugged my phone in just a little bit ago and I was stunned by the amount of texts you shot me.
Oh, come on, stop exaggerating. Though I guess you were just that happy about receiving texts from your one true love that it was shocking. I get you.
God, stop being delusional in your own little world, please. Can't you tell that I'm genuinely uncomfortable about all of this stuff you've been going on about?
Oh, come off it. I know you're still just playing hard to get because you love me so much. I mean, this is all just completely textbook to hiding your true affection.
Ugh, you're driving me crazy! Just stop talking to me, for God's sake! Why do I have to welcome you, the man who cheated on me with another woman, along with your parents who yelled at me and verbally abused me for breaking up with you, huh? I don't have any reason to restart a life with you in any capacity!
Look, about the whole cheating thing. Why don't we go ahead and brush that aside and move on?
Why would I ever do that? Do you know how much that hurt me?
Well, my mom said the same thing to you, if you remember. But that was all on you for not being attractive enough as the woman to satisfy me at the time. That's what it all boils down to. If anything, you should have paid for the divorce procedures instead of me for being so undesirable. But for some reason, I ended up paying for it all. And then over the 5 years after that, I ended up getting dumped by the chick I was going out with anyways and get fired from my job to make things worse. Rumors started spreading about me around the neighborhood too. It was all so awful. That's why you need to live in resentment for causing all this grief upon me going forward.
You're saying I need to live in resentment?
Well, I took it that you ended up feeling so resentful that you bought a house for us all to live in and patch everything up, right?
That is absolutely not why I ended up buying a new house.
Wait, calm down for a second, okay? Let's just push aside the past. We're going to be meeting up soon, so let's just forget everything and start over.
Well, I don't want to see you ever again, okay?
And while we've been texting back and forth, guess what has happened? I've just arrived at the house.
Wait, what?
I've come along with my parents in preparations to move in with you. I have all the marriage documents all sorted, so we can start living as husband and wife as soon as you'd like.
You're kidding me.
All of my luggage is going to be sent over here in the afternoon. All I have to do is wait here. Oh, and I'll leave the payments for that to you. I still haven't paid for it yet, and I think you should step in as the house owner.
You actually came here.
I sure did. Don't believe me? Look out of your window.
Huh? Wait a second.
Yeah? Surprised that I'm here. Take a good look at your beloved husband for the first time in 5 years. You're too shocked to even type back to me, huh? I don't blame you. But come on, hurry up and let us in. This is our emotional reunion after all.
I hate to break it to you, but no one is outside?
What do you mean?
I'm saying there's no one outside standing at my house's entrance.
Huh? Wait, hold on now. Don't be playing hard to get even now. You can't be serious, right?
I'm not lying. I don't see a single person in sight.
Wait, seriously?
Where are you right now?
No, I'm saying I'm standing outside of your house. You would definitely see if you looked out the window.
I'm asking, what address are you at?
Huh? Why would I need to tell you your address? This is your old house, for God's sake.
Old house?
Well, I mean, this was the house you lived at 5 years ago. I remember it like it was yesterday, though. I used to live in this neighborhood too, you know. I can't just forget your house just because I haven't been to it in a few years.
So you're in A City then? That would make a lot of sense.
Of course I am. Where else would I be? What kind of trick question are you trying to throw at me anyways? Even my parents are excited about this whole situation since they're planning on teaching you how to be a good wife and beating it all into you. So you better do your best as my personal housewife.
I'm already a housewife. I literally told you this before and you didn't believe me.
Oh, come on. I don't need your cute little lies anymore.
I had no clue what you were trying to pull off or where you even got that confidence that you could go through with this plan of yours. But I think I finally understand what you ended up doing.
What are you talking about?
Well, for starters, I might as well break the news to you. I ended up selling my old house in A City.
Huh? Hold on. You sold it?
Congratulations! You figured out how to read.
Wait, why though?
I lived in that house for over 2 years after we went through the divorce. But I noticed that the house was getting pretty old and I wanted a new change in scenery altogether after all that had happened.
No way.
And I ended up renting out an apartment for myself since I was living by myself after that. But now I live happily with my husband and his parents right now.
Your husband? What do you mean?
Maybe I should send you a dictionary. I married a man that one of my friends introduced me to.
And you live with his parents too?
Well, yeah. Not only is it a good way to save up some money before we decide to move elsewhere, but his parents are lovely people, unlike someone's parents.
Hold on. What are you implying?
I married him because, unlike you, he was kind to me from the very beginning. Though I guess you believe in the whole tough love thing, don't you? With you assuming I'm playing hard to get when I'm genuinely annoyed at you? But this is reality.
I can't believe this.
What don't you get?
You're saying all of that, but you're just trying to get a reaction out of me, aren't you?
Absolutely not.
No, I know. I need you to live with me going forward. I already moved out of my old apartment in order to live with you here. I can't just go back and cancel all of that. Besides, both me and my dad have quit our jobs to start a new life here.
What are you talking about? Wait, don't tell me you were planning on living without working by using the money I make at work?
Well, I thought you had enough money to afford renovations and stuff.
I mean, I guess I did build up a house that was big enough to hold a family, but that's located somewhere completely different. But to think that my old address was getting renovated at the exact same time. I suppose coincidences happen.
You're lying. Please, open the door already. And let's get married again and live like we used to.
You're just an idiot through and through, huh?
What?
You know I don't drive, right?
Wait, you don't?
Yeah, I'm surprised you forgot. But I remember you saying something about seeing a car parked there. Obviously, that's another household entirely. So there you have it. You've literally been standing in front of a stranger's house for the past 20 minutes.
How? I can't believe it.
Look, just hurry up and get off their property before it causes a commotion. You're literally one step away from being arrested for trespassing. Especially if the people living there are at home right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they reported 3 random people standing in front of their gate at this point.
Wait, hold on. The cops are here now. What's going on?
Well, there you go. Game over for you, it seems.
What do I do?
No clue. That's for you to figure out.
You can't just throw this all on me. You were the reason I ended up getting confused.
Well, please. This has nothing to do with me at this point, so deal with it yourself. Afterwards, rumors spread all the way to me that my ex-husband and his parents ended up getting detained by the police for fleeing the scene. And to make matters worse, they weren't in any position to explain their situation as they couldn't say they were going to be moving into that house when the owners hadn't heard anything about the situation. Eventually, they ended up leaving without getting into any further trouble, but the police seemed to want to keep a close eye on them going forward. Now Hugo and his family have a few problems on their plates. The first being not having a place to live, and the second being that none of them have jobs anymore. And because I cut all ties with them, they didn't have any other place to go or anyone to rely on, leaving them with no choice but to rent out a tiny apartment that doesn't even come with a bathroom, slowly paying off their rent with part-time jobs.